is Monday, January the 18th. I am your host, KC Phoenix, and this is my daily thought, which is actually a little bit earlier today because obviously I'm off from my regular job today. So I'm recording now so I can enjoy the rest of my day. I was washing clothes this morning and I got that out the way. And now I'm doing all of my shows and getting that done. So here we are. And I not too long ago, I did an episode. It was Make Room. This one's a little bit different because some people might think cleanse and make room are the same thing, but it's not. Make room was more about opening up space. Cleanse is more about taking a break and finding balance to let things level out a little bit. I'll give you an example. One thing that I noticed is that I was eating a ridiculous amount of kale. And don't get me wrong, kale is good for you. It's a great food. And I personally I love the taste of kale. Some people don't like kale. I like kale. And I was eating kale literally 6 out of 7 nights a week. So yeah, I believe I got that right. Or 7 days. 6 out of 7 days a week, I guess you could say it that way. And I thought about it and I'm like, wow, I'm just eating nothing but kale for dinner at nighttime. Whether I do a salad, which usually that's what I do, I'll do a salad or something similar. And that would be my little ritual. However, I was like, you know what? Let me just let this go for a second. Let me let the kale go for a second. So I haven't had kale in maybe, I'm thinking, maybe like 3 weeks now, 2 to 3 weeks, probably about 3 weeks, give or take. I haven't had kale in 3 weeks. And I more than likely won't start having kale again until the end of this week. I just wanted to give my body a chance to cleanse a little bit because I had been constantly taking it in, but I hadn't been taking in anything else really when it comes to dinner. Like I would, when it comes to salad, obviously, tomatoes, celery, almonds, cashews, pumpkin seed, walnuts, yada, yada, yada. And usually, chicken and stuff like that. But as for the actual green thing, that was the go-to, the main one that I was using. And I'm like, okay, I need to do something else. So I've been leaning more on spinach, and I do broccoli usually at lunchtime, but I didn't really do a whole lot of broccoli at nighttime. So doing that and also switching it up a little bit. I've started eating black beans again, which have iron in them. For those who don't know, black beans have iron. So yeah, and I just felt it needed to be done. I'm giving you this example, but cleansing can be anything. What if you notice yourself drinking, I'll just say alcohol every night? Let's say you have a glass of cranberry juice and vodka. And I'm just bringing that up because when I used to drink alcohol, which I don't drink alcohol anymore because I don't like the taste of it anymore. But when I used to drink alcohol, my go-to drink was cranberry juice and vodka is what I like. I like cranberry juice by itself. I like 100% pure cranberry juice, not the all extra added in cranberry juice. 100% pure cranberry juice is what I like. But I would go to the cranberry juice and vodka anytime I would drink and do that. So let's say that you're drinking every night. You're like, you know what? I have to have my glass of cranberry juice and vodka every single night. Have you ever thought of saying, you know what? For about a week or maybe 2 weeks, I'm just going to go without. I'm not going to do the cranberry juice and vodka. I might just do cranberry juice. Or I might just do vodka. I kid. But you know what I mean. Where you're like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna drink green tea. Or I'll drink, whatever. You're allowing your body to level out is what you're doing. You're allowing it to not get used to needing something. And after saying that statement, the universe just sent me another message. What if you have some people that you talk to every single day? Some people can call that healthy friendship. But you're like, you know what? Let my emotions level out. I'll talk to them once a week for a month instead of every single day, like I've been doing. I'll talk to them once a week and I'll dedicate that other time to something else. The time that I spent talking to them every single day, I'll use that time for something else that is productive or just for myself and do that. That's cleansing. When you're cleansing, it gives you the ability to go without. That's the cool thing about cleansing too. It gives you the ability to go without for a certain period of time where you're not addicted to a habit, whatever that habit may be, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not saying that everything that's being cleansed is a bad thing in your life. I'm just saying that when you are used to something and it isn't available anymore, or it just disappears without warning, the sting can be pretty bad. But if you had already went through the cleansing process before, where we can go to the alcohol with the cranberry juice and vodka, where you were having it every night, but then you're like, hey, I'm going to cleanse for 2 weeks, so I'm going to cleanse for 3 weeks and not drink it every night. I may just do it once a night, or I may not do it at all for 3 weeks. And then I'll start back up. Well, if something ever happens and the cranberry juice and vodka isn't there, you've already cleansed before, so you've already went without before. Same thing with talking to people. You were talking to someone every single day, but you decided, hey, I need to go ahead and cleanse on this relationship. Let me just talk to them once a week. Where if something happens later on down the line where they're not available to talk to you every single day like they used to, you're already somewhat prepared because you've already cleansed before. You've already built up your emotional psyche, your emotional energy to deal with it because you've already cleansed before. You've already been without talking to that individual every day before. If you eat out every night, maybe you should consider cleansing sometime and doing that and say, you know what? I eat out every single night because I hate cooking. And you know what? I'm going to cook for 2 weeks straight. I'm going to cook for 2 weeks straight. Let me cleanse for 2 weeks and not go to any restaurants. I'm going to order my food from the grocery store or go to the grocery store, and I'm going to cook for 2 weeks straight. Then if something comes along later on down the line where finances may change, or the favorite restaurant that you have been going to almost every night closes down, you had already cleansed before. You had already prepared yourself in a way to go without, should you ever have to. It won't be a shock to the system. It won't be like you're just doing it cold turkey, because you've already done it before. And to be very direct, I have been so into kale, I honestly thought that I would be eating kale every day for the rest of my life. But then I decided to do a cleanse of, you know what, let's back off of the kale for a little bit. Put the kale down. You might be overdoing it. Let's just see if we can go without kale and do that. And I know it sounds silly, and we have things in our lives that may seem silly to some and serious to others. But that's life. That's the beautiful thing about life. We're all individuals. But that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't hurt to cleanse sometimes. And like I said, you don't have to go overboard when you cleanse. It can be, it doesn't have to be where, oh, well, I'm going to remove this for 6 months. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be for a week. It can be for 2 weeks, 3 or 4. Whatever works best for you. My point is that you still want to do it at least once or twice or maybe 3 or 4 times a year to build up your ability to go without. That way, if a situation ever approaches you where you're forced to go without, the shock to the system, the shock to the emotional, the shock to the mental, the shock to the physical, spiritual, whatever, it will not hurt as bad because you've already cleansed before. It's like, well, I've already cooked 2 weeks straight. Now that things have changed with finances, I have to eat at home more, I have to cook at home more. I've already done this before with cooking at home and not eating out. So yeah, you know what? I can do it for 3 months. I can save my money. I can conserve my money. I can do it for 3 months because I've already done it before. I've already cleansed before. This isn't going to be too big of a shock to a system where I've been eating out all this time and then I just have to stop eating out and learning how to cook from home cold turkey. No. You're not stepping into that because you've already cleansed. You've already somewhat prepared yourself for the day that may come. I'm not saying it will come, but it may come where something may change. As our lives change, so do our needs. And if you're prepared for it, because you've already cleansed before, even though temporarily you still did it, then doing it more long term, that's going to be easy. That's going to be light work. Oh, I got to eat in for 3 months. I got to cook for 3 months. Yeah, I've already cooked for myself for 2 weeks straight. I've already done this. Fine with me. I already know what I need to do. That's what I'm talking about with cleansing, as in the advantages of. cleansing. Because when people think about cleansing, they automatically think about expelling toxins from their body. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It can be expelling toxins from your body. It can be expelling toxic activities from your life. Or it can be building up your mental strength, your physical strength, your intellectual strength, your emotional strength, your spiritual strength. That's what it can be too. Because if you didn't know how to cook before, but you decided to cleanse and you're learning recipes over a 2-week period, maybe you didn't know how to make spaghetti before. Which, if you don't know how to make spaghetti, I'm not judging you. But I am giving you the side eye. Yeah. So, but you see what I'm saying though, where you'll discover things about yourself throughout that cleanse that is like, oh, I can make spaghetti now. Oh, I can make tuna casserole now. Which, tuna casserole, I love a good tuna casserole. Get you some cream of mushroom or some cream of celery. Usually I used to do both. I do cream of mushroom and cream of celery with the tuna casserole and do that. Get you some good noodles and the right cheese. Oh, boy. And some pepper and maybe a little bit of garlic. Don't get me started. But anyways, that's what I'm talking about when I say cleanse. Do something a little bit different. Don't get used to doing things as you've always done them. Don't have your body get set in that pattern. Don't have it become second nature. I mean, we're all creatures of habit in one way or another. But from time to time, because I'm a creature of habit, I'm very true to my astrological sign. For those who listen to the show, you already know my astrological sign is Cancer. We are creatures of habit, which is why from time to time, it's recommended that we switch things up to take us out of our comfort zone and do something a little bit different, which going out of your comfort zone is a form of cleansing. Even if just for a little while. Do you have to do it all the time? No, I'm not talking about do this every single month, but I'm just talking about do it from time to time so you can get the little reset going in. So yeah, that's all I got for my daily thought today. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform, which is the Anchor podcasting platform. But of course, this podcast is on Apple, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and the list goes on and on. If you are watching this on YouTube or Daily Motion, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That will let you know when I upload new videos. And don't forget to hit the notification bell as well on YouTube. And of course, Twitter, KIRWKC, Facebook.com, KIRWKC. You can swing by the page and give a like. And Instagram, KIRWKC. I upload the videos to IGTV as well. And I feel like I'm missing something. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I don't know. Okay, no. Yeah, that's it. I don't know why I felt like I was missing something. Anyways, I have to get going. I have other things to do. Thank you for your support. I sincerely appreciate it. Love you guys. Until next time, be blessed.